Hey everyone, good morning. Welcome to the Daily Drop-In Morning Show with the Teach Better team, where we are live Monday through Friday at 7 a.m. Eastern, streaming on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, and LinkedIn. Holy moly, that's long every time I say it. It is Tuesday, March 22nd, and we are so excited to be continuing our birthday celebration. We had a little change in our guests this morning, so we have Katie Miglin in the house, and we are so excited to dive into, again, some more shenanigans, let's be honest. Of course, we are here to answer your questions, so feel free to participate live with us or just direct message us at any time so we can address your questions live here in the conversation. Of course, we will always have holidays and good news articles, so there is a whole lot in store. We are just getting started, so please go fill up your coffee for the morning as you are getting ready for this incredible Tuesday. We'll be right back. Good morning, everyone. Happy Tuesday, March 22nd. Katie Miglin, how are you?
I am fantastic because I am on spring break.
On spring break and live really stinking early. That's commitment.
I decided I'm going to stop advertising when I have days off of school because it always seems to happen that something happens with a guest or somebody on the team gets sick. And so Jeff is so good at sending me a message and saying, "Hey, do you want to get up in the morning?" And my initial response is always, no, I don't. But I mean, really, I can't pass up a good time with Rae Hughart. So
I was going to say, I do think you get guilted into it because, right or wrong, and I'm sorry to blow people's minds early in the morning, but I really enjoy your company. And so I feel like you get faulted for that. You know what I mean?
yeah, like I should just be more unpleasant and then
Yeah,
you'll stop wanting to hang out with me.
I totally agree. From
Okay.
now on, if you could be unpleasant, then we wouldn't, send you the message of, hey, Katie Miglin, do you want to get up at 5 a.m. during your spring break? I'm just saying.
Fine. I mean, Bree in the comments, she's right. It is birthday celebration week. So who doesn't like to wake up early to celebrate? You know me, I'm a big fan of birthdays.
You are. Yes.
Yeah, I
Well,
like
I
them.
appreciate you waking up bright and early. We were so sad when we had to make a change to our guest lineup, but we are thrilled to be able to welcome everybody in on this early, wonderful Tuesday morning. I mean, here were the options, friends. Let's be fully transparent. It was either going to be me and Katie Miglin or me alone. So, I mean,
As tempting as that sounds, I think maybe having someone to talk to is maybe better than no one. I don't know that people would necessarily want to come to the big birthday bash on Thursday if they saw Rae alone. They would
alone.
maybe question.
Yeah, exactly. And I've been live alone plenty, but then I just ramble. I get into like reflective moments. I mean, it just you don't want Rae alone. Rae just talks and has like a therapy on live. It doesn't need to happen.
Can can I pull Brad's comment up, please? Yes.
Unpleasantness
Yes.
is the answer, Katie Miglin.
Thank you, Brad. Yep.
Yeah.
I'm sure, in the future that'll be published in some book. I just want some credit for it, please.
That is someone take a screenshot for real. Wait, so it's funny because you like fully run the live experience for 12-hour live. So you know how to click buttons back here. I'm just gonna sit back and relax. You're gonna control comments. It's gonna be great, Katie. I'm game for this. Yeah.
Okay. I mean, yeah, I can bring on random comments. Let's see what ridiculous comments I can bring on so
I
that Rae also takes that away from me.
Here's the trick though. You have to read the comment first because people write ridiculous things in the comments. And you friends will not believe how many comments we do not put on screen from all y'all either saying ridiculous things or making jokes about me that I am ignoring. It's just that's how
That's
it
the
is.
thing. The comment section is a dicey area because if you are reacting and other people don't know what you're reacting to, it's almost like an inside joke. So I find sometimes I start giggling, such as Brad's comment, and then I'm like, well, now I have to tell everybody because now I just look like I'm giggling about nothing.
Right, but we can see the comments on our end, and then we have to actively choose to put them on screen. This is the struggle of life. To get us started this morning, if you're live with us, we'd love to have you test our skills in the comments. Feel free to put comments that we either could display or maybe don't want to display, and we'll see if we can react quick enough. The biggest struggle is sometimes you like click the comment before reading it, and then after the fact, you're like, you don't want that on screen. That's a terrible idea.
Yeah,
Like
those are the
Brad's
comments.
yeah, Brad's comment right now. Whatever you do, don't click this comment. Exactly. That's the struggle.
Yeah, those are the comments that go up really fast and come right back down because you're like, whoopsies.
Yep.
How are you, Rae? I mean, usually you get to talk shop with Jeff on Mondays, but how was your Tuesday? Is it rainy by you?
Oh my gosh, I have no idea. I haven't been outside. Is it raining out? Is it gross? It was
I mean,
so nice yesterday. Are you gonna like ruin my morning already? I don't want it to be gross and rainy.
I'm just saying it's really rainy by me, and I'm only about an hour and a half south of you. So I'm gonna guess it's raining by you, but maybe not.
You know, I'm gonna say this as appropriately as possible since we're live with our Teach Better community. But
Yes, we are.
sometimes I get headaches when it rains, and I woke up with a headache, but I assumed that my headache was from a different choice I made last night, not because of the rain. So I guess I'm hopeful that it's raining outside, and maybe that's why I have a headache. That's what we're gonna do.
I think it is safe to say it is the rain, and I think that you are a very responsible person. So
I don't know. I mean, how about we do this in the comments while we're getting started? And Katie, I'm gonna have you introduce yourself, even though I know you're very, very, very well known in the Teach Better community. But just in case people are tuning in for daily drop-in for the first time, we will have you introduce yourself here as well. But in the comments, I'd love to hear what are your excuses for having a headache in the morning? If you wake up with a headache, what are probably likely factors? Rain, adult beverage choices. What are your headaches that are that are maybe caused? Katie, in the meantime, while those comments are coming in bright and early on this beautiful Tuesday, apparently it's raining. Who are you?
I am Katie Miglin, Rae's co-host today. I am a seventh grade math teacher in Central Illinois, and I am, what's my current title? I think I'm community events coordinator, but Rae wants to change that. So we'll see how long that lasts.
See, these are like the hard-hitting decisions that I feel like I get to make is like randomly I'll direct message people and be like, I think we should change your work title.
Yes, that does happen. I did get to sit in a meeting for all of you who were not a part of this meeting where Rae and Jeff guessed on random titles that I could have that the letters would spell out other words. So it was quickly after that point that I said, I think we're good for today, you guys.
Katie, I have no shame in having other people pick your work title. So if they want to do that in the comments, we're just going to start out with some ridiculousness. I just think it should stand for something. Like my is CXO. This is great. Brad's guessing Chief Unpleasant Officer. You'd be the CUO. That's so cool because nobody is going to ask what it stands for. So you could literally come live and be like, hey, everyone, I'm Katie Miglin, the CUO. And like, no one would say anything.
No, but you know that people would sit there the whole time thinking, what does the U stand for?
The umbrella, unpleasant.
I'm also enjoying the comments of people who have headaches in the morning.
Yes.
Apparently, there are not many people who make the same choices that you made. Adam has sinus issues.
That's a great, but don't you think that that's a good one? Like that could be also the rain. It's like the pressure in your face.
Yeah,
like,
I agree.
Yeah. Okay.
Or like time of year, really in general. Like this time of year, the weather goes back and forth. Brad thinks that you were just doing Sudoku and pour light, which could be
without my glasses. That's a great. I love this one. That's a great observation.
Do you do a lot of this activity in pour light without glasses?
Sudoku? No, I do. I will say I do wear reading glasses, and I'm okay embracing the fact that I am, 31 years old and need readers. I'm okay with it. And yeah, I mean, it's fine. That's life. So I think that this could cause a long-term headache. I wouldn't say poor light though. What do you mean by poor light? Because I actually like it dimmer. I think it would be like in really aggressive light without my glasses doing a Sudoku. Absolutely.
Well, it's like when you start reading and the sun's going down and then you're like, oh, I should probably turn the light on, but I don't really feel like it. Like, I think that is maybe too dark where you're like kind of squinting, but not.
we used to teach right next door to each other, and you know that I never turned on my lights in my classroom. It was
Yeah,
a
I don't either.
yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. When someone comes in and turns them on, I'm like, "Oh, geez."
Why is that? Yeah. I will say, I know every classroom is designed differently. In our classrooms, we used to have like almost essentially a wall of windows, which where the sun would come in. So it wasn't that it was dark like a cave.
No.
It just didn't need like the natural light was enough to sustain the majority of the days of the year. And on the occasional stormy thunderstorm day, we had to turn on the lights. Everyone walked in like something's different. The lights are on.
Well, even the hallway, I feel like they turn on one switch, but not both, and then
Yeah.
someone like, custodian or something will walk by and turn on both, and you're like, "Oh gosh, is this what all of you guys look like?" Just kidding. I don't say that to all of them. All right, Elijah, he didn't drink
Rarely.
water. See, Ray, I get on you about drinking water.
Okay, I had a full bottle of water this morning already because I was trying to be strategic. Also
Good
took
job.
some ibuprofen, drinking some coffee. My headache's gone, friends. I mastered this. I needed like 15 minutes to get back on track. I was good. It's good.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, it's good.
We have some people. We have Brandon from Peoria. Good morning. Good morning,
Hey, good
Brandon.
morning, Brandon. Hey, you remember Brandon? He's student taught in our building.
Can I get more information?
I don't think you and I were close friends yet, because we were working in the same building and it was just the beginning of the shenanigans. But Brandon used to be at Evans.
Oh, well, hello, Brandon from Evans long ago.
Good to see you all. Good morning. Hi, everyone. It's Daily Drop-In, and I know that we're starting the show a little slow, but let's be honest, it's just that kind of morning. We appreciate you being here and being active in the comments. So far, comments have included why you might wake up with a headache and Katie's new job title. So this is a really successful morning, starting off your Tuesday. Here's my hope. My hope is that everybody listening is either just getting started for their day. So slow conversation is kind of a nice way to like work in like waking up your brain, or they're sipping coffee and it's spring break and they don't want to hear any like intense dialogue because that's not just the mood they're in. Oh, he's student taught with Blair. See, I told you. Yeah.
Oh, yes. Okay. Thank you. Thanks yes, I do remember.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, I feel like people are it's either one or the other, but I will say if people are on spring break, we can provide the ridiculous banter because it is intense sometimes when you're listening to something educational and then your brain starts spinning and you're like, I need to change all the things. We don't want to do that to people over spring break. We want to like just let them enjoy their Tuesday.
But not everybody's on spring break. This is the dilemma. Over winter break, there's like some very common weeks that have educators waking up later than usual. Whereas spring break, I really think that there's like a 6-week span. It's like anywhere from the first week of March through Easter, I think, is like when you see spring break. Yes. Hey, Cheryl, I saw your message this morning as well. Sorry, this is an inside comment. Congratulations. That's what I'm going with. I saw your message this morning. Congratulations. Adam's saying no spring break yet either. Katie, you're forgetting daily drop-in streams on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, and LinkedIn. And then and then it becomes a podcast episode on Teach Better Talk podcast. So you have to read the comments if you're going to put them on the screen because our podcast listeners don't get to see the video of the conversation.
I'm okay. I was just going to say, I know not everybody's on spring break, but maybe people need a spring break. Not literal, but like they just need a break in the day. It's spring. Come on, Ray. Come on. It's Tuesday.
Oh, okay. Katie, do you need to go back to sleep? I know it's really early for you. We're going to get into our moment of gratitude so you can take a mental check of where you're at this morning. Are you ready?
I'm grateful for you. Yes.
Oh, hey, there you go. The hint this morning, you guys know I love to read the hints, even though they don't actually affect what I type. It says, remember that growth can be uncomfortable, but it's how you know it's working. That's interesting. I like that. So what are we grateful for this morning?
That is interesting. Growth can be uncomfortable.
Did you know if you click the hint button again, it gives you a different hint? It's not like...
I think you need to share the second hint.
Because I clicked it again. It says, try meditation for a few minutes. Focus on controlling your breath. Okay. Okay, people. Do you want to do that again?
I'm not
And
really great at the breathing meditation, I'm not gonna lie. I feel like it just causes me to be more spastic. What are you typing in that you're grateful for? Is it me?
you know what? I have not typed anything yet, but I do after we write in everyone's moment of gratitude on the show, I type their name in parentheses. So I was typing your name, but not for the
Oh.
intention of you were not the person I was grateful for.
That's disappointing. I am grateful that we are starting to have warmer days, longer days. Sun is out more. Just I feel like literally yesterday I said to my neighbor, I think we made it past the winter. Knock on wood.
The fact that you just said that means we're gonna get like snow next week.
Probably. Cheers to that, people. Cheers to me jinxing it.
Yeah, that
But
was so
really, I mean, I put out my lawn furniture yesterday. I know I jinxed us, but still, it just feels like we're moving in the right direction.
Yeah, no, I agree. I mean, literally yesterday was 70 degrees where I live.
Mhm.
I'm in Chicagoland area, and I know we have community members that are all over, and so many of you would say, "Oh, it's always gorgeous where I live because I live in Florida or I live in Texas." But I mean, hey friends, I mean, I'm happy for a 70-degree day in March. That's a win in my book.
Yeah, like Dave Schmittou, who likes to post constantly on his Instagram stories, pictures
Mhm.
just to irritate me because he knows that I would love warm weather all the time. Yeah, like
Yeah,
that.
he I feel like Dave Schmidt's Instagram stories have gotten really aggressive. If you guys don't follow Dr. Dave Schmittou on Instagram, I am not necessarily recommending it because his posts are like really educational, reflective, beautiful, rich moments. And then like an ocean pic, and he's like, my Sunday is better than your Sunday. Like, I just like that causes anger deep within me. Mhm.
It does, especially because this past Sunday, he did actually post that, and it was nice here. It was like, 60s, and I was thinking I was living my best life, and then I saw his picture, and I was like, "Oh, okay, thanks, Dave. Thanks for rubbing it in my face." So,
Right.
Dave,
Then I
if you're listening to this, I just want you to know that we're offended.
prevented.
Mhm.
Here's a comment from Elijah. I feel like I missed winter. Elijah, where are you located that you feel like you missed winter? Because we got not a ton of snow, but we got some decent like snow periods of time. I don't know how to describe that.
No, I think we did. I mean, we haven't had where I'm from in Central Illinois, we had, what, 6 snow days, and we haven't had that many in a long time.
Because you guys
So
got like an abundance of snow in one
yeah, we
storm.
had, like, a wave of it that took us out for 3 days, and then a wave of it that took us out for 2 days, and then we had, like, I think, a random cold day. So I feel like this winter was probably the harsher one out of the last few. I mean, I don't remember the last time we had that many days away from school.
Well, and you're right because like the way we got snow this year was a lot of snow all at once versus a good amount of snow consistently is what it seemed like. He says, "Oh, live in and be very cold winter, but hardly any wet weather, rain and snow."
Um,
There you go.
so
That's good.
cold, but just
Yeah,
missed the yeah, I get
yeah,
that.
yeah. I don't think that I wouldn't prefer that in my mind. Like I need if it's gonna be cold, I want snow on the ground.
Yes,
Like
I agree.
that's cool.
I
Yeah.
agree.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
know. Weather's tricky. Hey, we should get into our holidays and good news article since we've been live for 20 minutes and haven't provided any value, but we have a great crew here, very active in the comments, and we want to keep you happy. So feel free to throw in the comments what you'd like to see here on the show, what you'd like us to discuss, because I
Mhm.
am confident so far it's probably not why you wake up with a headache, what Katie's new title should be, or how much snow you have received or not received. So let's get into the good news. Good morning, everyone. Thank you for tuning in to Daily Drop In, where we are live every single morning, Monday through Friday at 7 a.m. Eastern. We are currently streaming on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, and LinkedIn. So if you are not following the Teach Better team, or if you have not liked those pages from the Teach Better team, I really want to encourage you to do that just so we can continue to reach more viewers, more listeners, more educators to join the Teach Better community. We also know that Daily Drop In gets to be an episode of the Teach Better Talk podcast after we are done being live. Thank you to those of you who have chosen to rate and review this podcast. We really appreciate you listening, even though today is full of shenanigans. We do have some holidays today, Katie, that I think, regardless of if you're in spring break or if you are headed into the classroom with students, these would be ones to celebrate. Are you ready for these?
Let's do it.
The first one is that it is Goof Off Day today. I know, look at
We're
that face.
doing that.
We're doing that.
That. Man,
See?
we're spot on.
I know. Joke's on all you. We knew that already. Welcome to the Goof Off Day show.
Yeah, I think this is great.
Yep. It's from Ferris Bueller, for those of you who have seen that movie. He loves to goof off, and he skipped an entire day of school to goof off. We are not encouraging any of you to skip school today unless it has been approved by your leaders. However, I will tell you, I mean, you can goof off in school just fine. I'm a middle school educator at heart. I know you can goof off.
Yep, I agreed.
It's also American Diabetes Association Alert Day. Please be aware of those around you and your health at all times. It is also As Young as You Feel Day, celebrating even though you might have a few numbers in your age, continue to celebrate that you feel young. I mean, I think that kind of goes with Goof Off Day.
Right. So is the idea that like you just do whatever you feel like and don't care about your age? Because I can get behind that.
Yeah, I mean, the image, it says in the description, put the you in youth as you celebrate Young as You Feel Day. The image is a very old man, gray hair and all, sitting on a skateboard going down a hill.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah, like
I like it.
act as young as you feel,
Mhm. Yeah.
Do you think that you feel the age that you are? Like, in the comments, we'd love to hear from you. What age do you feel like, and what age are you, if you're willing to admit your age? Sometimes people are weird about that, but
I feel like age is so tricky because you have like an opinion about an age that is older when you're younger. So like you think, oh, I'm gonna feel a certain way when I'm 40. I'm gonna feel a certain way when but then when you're actually in it, you're like, I was wrong. Like I don't feel any different. I don't know. I just feel like I recently remembered that I was turning 35 next month. And I'm like, 35. I think I had an opinion about that at some point. But now that I'm here, I'm like, I don't know. I feel the same as I did when I was 30. I just have
yeah.
older kids and more responsibilities. I don't know.
Yeah, no, I totally agree. Even my parents who are celebrating birthdays, my mom recently was like, "Oh my gosh, I'm, getting so old." And I'm like, "I guess the number sounds old, but
Right.
she looks great. She's nothing but successful. She has this like a fabulous life." I'm like, "I don't know. I kind of can't wait to get to that age because you're making it look so good." Like, I don't know. Age is so
Right.
strange. I
It
feel like
is.
it's more about phase of life. Like, you could not pay me enough to go back to high school. Literally could not pay me enough. I also kind of felt that way in my 20s. Like, the 20s were great, but I don't
Mhm.
know. I'm kind of thinking that I don't want to go back there. That's a different phase of life I don't want to go back to. I don't know.
Yeah, I feel like it really is because there are people who in their 30s, their phase of life looks totally different than
Right.
other people. And so it's like, yeah, some people would want to relive that. Some people don't. Some people, their 20s look more like their 30s, or, their 30s look more like their 40s. Like, to me, I'm like, it's just a number.
I really think so too. I really think age is not something to stress over, friends. I hope you don't take time to stress over age. I don't know. I mean, geez, I just can't think of a better thing to do in my 30s than wake up at 6 a.m. and or 5 a.m. and join the Daily Drop-In Morning Show. So to
Can
me,
I
this is
just This comment from Lori, I feel like I'm still 25, but I'm actually 33, maybe 34. I lost track after 30. Thank you, Lori, because that is the story of my life. Literally, I had to think about what other people's ages were to figure out how old I was. So thank you,
yeah.
Lori, for making me feel very normal.
Katie, I mean this in the most loving way possible, but you are the worst with age. Like, Katie, you're like, how old are you? And literally she spits out any number and sometimes it makes zero sense. She's like 37 or 31, maybe 35. I could be 40. And you're like, Katie, seriously, you just gave me like a 10-year span.
It's true. I remember celebrating my 30th because it was a big birthday. And then after that, I just stopped paying attention. I don't know. It's just a number. It's fine.
Okay, I agree that it's just a number. However, those milestone birthdays are really fun for me to celebrate other people. Like, I do enjoy a great milestone birthday because it's a reason to celebrate, which I'm game for.
Right.
So
Wait, I
that's
do want to ask because this is a debate you and I have. Is the 5 mark a milestone? Viewers, can you drop into the comments like 25, 35, 45? Rae
yes.
thinks yes. She thinks it
Yeah.
calls for a celebration. I do not think it's a big milestone. What are your thoughts? Now, I'm talking like 25 to 55. Like, I feel like 65 maybe could be because that, that's fine. But what do you think?
It
Hold
is a
on.
milestone birthday. It's a reason to celebrate. Every 5 years, you should have a milestone birthday. I agree that 35 isn't as big as 40 or 55 isn't as big as 60, but it is a like any fives are milestones, right? Oh my gosh, Adam's disagreeing with me in the comments. 7 things. Okay, this is Alex making fun of the fact that we're celebrating our 7th birthday this week, and he thinks it's like a terrible decision. Guys, I want to be able to celebrate all birthdays because it's just a reason to be happy and eat cake. Why are you taking this away from me?
I mean, I
Yes,
agree with you. I think all birthdays call for a celebration.
I agree with Lori though. For other people, I love celebrating their birthdays. For me, I literally could care less.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Wait,
I guess that's
I
mhm.
don't think he's listening, so I'm gonna say this out loud and then nobody should go tell Jeff. But Jeff has a huge milestone birthday this year in July that he does not care about, and we're gonna do something big. Like, I don't know what it is. Direct message me with your ideas. But Jeff is turning 40 this July. I think his birthday is it's like late 20s, like 29th, maybe, I think is his birthday, July 29th. I'm making that up. Someone double check
I'll
me.
look it up.
And it's like
Oh,
his 40th. So can we do like a massive something? Like maybe a surprise party or something?
well, I think if you put it on here, I don't think it's a surprise. So maybe
He doesn't listen to the show. He's not live with us, so he won't find out. But somebody brainstorm Jeff Gargas's 40th because that's going to be really, really fun.
you
I
are
like that.
you were right. The 29th. Good job.
I mean, not to brag, but we do kind of like own a company together. I kind of like it.
Okay. But it is you. So I don't know that that counts.
That's true. I don't even know my own birthday, but I do know Jeff Gargas's birthday. It's true.
Oh, good job. At
And I
least you know.
don't know yours, except this year I do because you and I are going to be together right after your birthday
Mhm.
because we are going to the bar conference in California in Palm Springs. And I know that that's my gift to you is that we are going to be by the pool in California for a conference. It's an education conference, but it should be great.
Yeah, and I think it's funny because you keep saying by the pool, but it's literally we'll just be in proximity of a pool. We won't be doing what you think we're doing, which is laying by the pool. There will be a pool near the conference. So I do want to clarify.
Okay, can I ask another? Okay, we're just going to do surveys for our community this entire show. Because my
Okay.
other question is if you go to an education conference at a fun location, like if you go to like Florida for an education conference or California for an education, like somewhere that has great weather, a pool, a great resort, are you telling me that you don't take advantage of like that? Because I know we're working a booth at this conference and like a few of us are speaking, but like you're telling me that there isn't going to be a point. We are there Tuesday through Friday. You're telling me there will not be a point where we're like sitting by the pool enjoying the weather. Like, come on.
I mean, I don't know. I guess I haven't been to a place that has been an option. I think it depends on like what the conference is. Like if it's a conference like our conference, like we're doing stuff all the time. We have networking events. Now, I wouldn't necessarily
Also,
like
Ohio.
right, it is in Akron, Ohio. There's a little bit of a difference, but I don't know. I guess it depends on the structure of the conference. Would you wanna miss out on, like, something cool with other educators when you could, like, be laying on a pool?
Yeah, I
Or
mean,
you could say, "Hey, let's all go to the pool."
that's what I mean. Like if we were hosting our event in Palm Springs, which maybe we should, somebody write this down. Um, wouldn't you think that like one of the networking events or one of the breakout rooms would be like pool party
Yeah, I
or
that's
like
what I would do.
yeah, or like drinks by the pool or sundresses and relaxing, networking with friends. I don't know. You take advantage of the atmosphere. We're going to be in Akron, Ohio for the Teach Better conference. So we'll be not doing any of that fun, but in theory, we could.
Yeah, it's kind of like Palm Springs, but, like, really different, so
Oh my gosh, we're in the middle of holidays and we're stinking at this. Thank you for all the comments. We're excited to keep reading them. It is also National AG Day. Um, which is all about agriculture. It's National West Virginia Day, so shout out to them. And it's also World Water Day. World Water Day aims to bring water aid to people who truly need it across borders. So please
Ooh.
continue to celebrate that. We are going into a good news article that we also will let you vote because that's the theme of today's show. Would you like to learn about cooking or an invisible glass animal? You decide.
I think cooking only because the other thing kind of scares me.
Oh no, it's a legit live new discovery of a species.
Okay,
Yeah.
now you have to tell us about it.
I don't know, but the cooking class is a magic
Hey,
pill.
hey, guess what? We're doing whatever we want today, so let's just do both.
No, don't do because I'm gonna do one tomorrow and one today.
Oh, okay, okay. Well then, Elijah says cooking.
Are you sure? The cooking is a magic pill for something you might feel good about, but the other one is a glass animal, is a just new discovery for a species. It's kind of a win-win, whichever we choose. But really, cooking, you don't want to hear about the glass animal? I mean, okay.
I mean, I think you could just surprise us. I don't think people are gonna like run away. Just pick, surprise us.
There's also an electric boat. We skipped that one too. So there are a lot of good news articles in the world.
This
I'm
week
just
is gonna
saying.
be intense. This is
All right. Large study done in Australia. A 7-week cooking class was found to significantly improve mental health and well-being, physical health markers, confidence, and life satisfaction, as well as the ability simply to improve your eating habits. The top of this article says taking a cooking class has now worked as a magic pill-like effect on mental health and physical well-being. These changes were not only seen in both men and women, but also regardless of the physical structure of their body, if they had risks of obesity in their life or any other illness that caused their physical or mental structure to be altercated. They said this cooking class has drastically improved all of their well-being. They did this big long study that looked at Australians specifically. It looked at 67% of all Australians who were struggling with being overweight, obese, or struggling with mental health found massive improvements by simply taking a 90-minute cooking class. 90-minute cooking class to improve their health outcomes.
wait,
And
how
not only
often?
what?
How often?
It looks like 7 weeks.
Okay.
They did a cooking class once a week for 7 weeks. So it
Wow.
was a 90-minute commitment, which I know sounds like a lot, but it went over not only skills of cooking, but also how to make healthy foods for yourself. They said taking time away from stressors to prepare a meal for yourself intentionally, a healthy meal, drastically improved the lifestyle of these people. Kind of cool.
That is kinda cool. I wonder what the ages were of, like, the classmates.
It looks like they did anywhere from 22 to 75.
Okay. So that's a pretty big range.
I kind of see it. I kind
Yeah.
of see that like taking a time in your calendar to step away from work or other stressors to for an hour and a half, prepare a healthy meal, cook, be around people. I kind of see this being a mood booster.
Yeah, I think it's really just comes down to the idea that you're taking a break of whatever else you've got going on. I mean, a 90-minute break is nice, once a week.
But you're a good cook. I do think that cooking is relaxing for me because I have to focus so hard on it because I know I have no skill in the kitchen that it like really does take me out of work mode quite quickly. For you, you're such a natural cook for your family. Is it relaxing or no?
I'm gonna be honest, I am not. At one point in my life, I think I maybe liked cooking, but I don't get the joy out of it now like I used to. I don't know. My mom is a phenomenal cook, and I don't consider myself that great of a cook, but I appreciate the kind words. But I don't know. I think it's just like, me, I'm type A and really like structure. So I know that's shocking, but having like the mess, I don't like that. Like I don't like all the dishes. I don't like having to I just want to eat it and move on. And honestly, when we first got married, there would be so many meals I would spend hours cooking and then I didn't even want to eat it because I was like, I just did this for an hour. So I don't know, I just don't get the same joy. I think I love being cooked for and I love good meals, but I don't know.
I was gonna say, is it because of the obligation that you don't like cooking? I mean, you have a full household, kiddos that you have to
Yeah, it
provide
could
for.
be just
It's like the
yeah,
check in the box, you have to feed
exactly.
them. Mhm.
Yeah. But you are like an art cooker, if that makes no sense, but I feel like you cook, like, very pretty elaborate meals, even though you don't give yourself a lot of credit, like, you cook good stuff. I mean, like, people aren't, like, getting real excited about my cheeseburgers over here.
No, but I will say, like, you're right. Like, when you are committing to cooking like a fancy meal, it does feel different than like, I need to feed the humans in my home. So I'm gonna like prepare something for that specific. Like when I cook a meal, it's typically just for myself or one other person. I'm doing it for like an activity, like it's an
Yes.
activity of cooking versus like functionality. I think that makes sense.
Yes, I agree,
Mhm.
and I think there is a difference, like, when we're, like, on breaks, we will pick, like, a night where we cook and, like, everybody's kind of a part of the meal. Those are the nights that I like, but yeah, I think there is a difference, like, when you cook your beef short ribs, I'm still waiting for the call for you to tell me to come up, but
Mhm. I do.
Alex really needs to
I
oh, go
think
ahead.
that's the only meal I can cook successfully is those beef short ribs, and they're delicious. So if anyone needs a beef short ribs recipe, mhm.
They look amazing every single time.
Have you had them? We
No,
have, right?
you talk about them all the time, and every time you're like, "I'm gonna cook these for you," and then it's weird, never hasn't happened yet,
You
so
know, we are supposed to get dinner together this week. So do we need to change our plans? Do you need to come all the way up to where I live so I can prepare you a meal in my kitchen?
maybe,
Just
maybe.
saying. Just saying. All right, we'll be right back because we really do need to get into our brainstorm bank because we are
Oh, yeah.
40 minutes into the show and it is Tuesday morning. So as you all think about if cooking relaxes you, we'll be back. I don't know what button to pick. Hold on, here we go. Good morning, everyone. We are thrilled to be here Tuesday morning, March 22nd. We are in our last segment that I just realized we've gone out of order. It's Tuesday. This should have been our first segment, but we got too excited for our good news. It is Brainstorm Bank. This is our intentional moment every single show where we just pause and say, hey, friends, do you need anything? Let us know. This conversation has definitely been more of a conversation with our comments this morning, but we do love when you guys choose to actively participate. So whether we are talking about educational topics, cheeseburgers, why you have a headache, cooking, or anything in between. That's why we're here to make sure that we are starting your day off with success. And I say that loosely, maybe just a giggle. That's all right. I do appreciate in the comments that Alex and many people seem to be eager for your cheeseburger. And I agree, Katie. I would be totally happy if you made us all a cheeseburger. Mhm.
Okay, I'll get on that. I will do that when Ray makes me short ribs.
I will totally make you sure. It's the easiest recipe. It's you like dump everything into a pot and like what are those pots called that you can put into the oven? It's not a
Yeah.
pot.
The stock pot?
It's not a stock pot like that you would make soup in.
Oh, yeah, I know. Help us out. It's like a it's that pot.
You make it in like a thing that then you put a lid on and then you put it in the
Yeah,
oven for like 3 hours. So you don't do anything besides like the initial 20-minute prep and then it just cooks forever. So you can't mess it
Dutch
up. A Dutch
oven.
oven. Thank you, Adam. Yes.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Yep.
What's the difference between a Dutch oven and a stock pot?
I don't know, 'cause can you put a stock pot in the oven?
I don't know. This is the same conversation like Alex who came to see us on Friday for ASCD conference in Chicago. That's like when you put a frozen pizza in the oven, do you put the cardboard or not the cardboard? This is the same discussion.
It's true, and that's why there are house fires, I think, because people don't actually know the answers. I don't know.
Spoiler, don't put the cardboard in the oven.
Good
Spoiler,
to
don't do it.
know.
Yeah.
Good to know.
But I don't
Mhm.
know that you can put a stock pot. I mean, here's my argument. If the stock pot instructions say that it is functional in the oven, that you can, does it become a Dutch oven?
Yeah, because like, I'm thinking about my stock pot, the handles have, like, a plasticky handle.
So then, of course, you can put that in the oven, but that's
Right.
yes.
Yeah, I'm with Alex. He's saying Dutch ovens are cast iron, stock pots are much thinner and are cooked on the stove top. Yeah, so I think it's like I don't think you can, like, change the name because I think it's all based on the material. Here's
Okay,
the thing,
because
you don't have to worry about it because I'm with Adam, I use a crock pot. I don't use a Dutch oven because I'm not fancy like you.
I think you could make the short ribs in the crock pot. The only difference is for the recipe that I use for short ribs, you have to sear the outside of the meat first, and you can't sear that in like you have to
Right.
do that work and then put it in the crock pot, which is fine.
Yeah, yeah, like, there's some recipes that I put in a crock pot where I have to put it on the stove first. Yeah.
Yeah, see, I thought that was a rule that you shouldn't do that. For crock pots, you're supposed to put everything in and then not touch it.
Yeah, but, there's some things that it's like, if you wanna do this step, it makes it nicer.
Yeah. Yeah.
Depends, you
Okay.
know?
Everyone's invited over to Ray's house. I'm making beef short ribs for everybody. You can only fit so much in a Dutch oven, but I'll just like be restaurant style. We'll just
There you go,
continue.
and I can make cheeseburgers. It looks like Elijah's gonna bring some green chili. I mean, really, I think we're set. I think we've got a pretty good menu.
I do think we should make a soup in a stock pot though. That way we can use all the items in our kitchen.
Yes, and then I can have a mental breakdown because there will be so many dishes used. Just kidding.
Isn't that what your husband's for? Are you supposed to
Oh,
cook
yeah,
and he's supposed to clean?
and he does. He knows me very well. He knows that's how we function, is I cook, he cleans. It's a match made in heaven.
And
So
then
shout
for
out to Matt Miglin for always cleaning up dinner.
yeah, thanks, Matt. And then for
Mhm.
dessert, Adam is bringing Rice Krispie treats. Yum. Mhm.
Perfect.
Yeah, it's gonna be a good show. Hey friends, we are getting into our brainstorm bank, and we just want to give a shout out. If you guys have not visited teachbetter.com/happy birthday, we are in a big celebration. Our theme this week is kind of celebrating the fact that Teach Better is turning 7. Jeff and I were able to talk about that a little bit on yesterday's show. If you were not able to listen, make sure you go back and learn a little bit about why 7's important to us, because spoiler alert, it's not. We just want an excuse to celebrate, and it's mid-March, and we all need a reason to celebrate and eat cake. So we all encourage you to head over to teachbetter.com/happy birthday to see the 6 ways we'd like you to party prep to be ready for our Thursday birthday. If you guys have not chosen to head there yet, there are 6 different ways everywhere, everything from what you should eat to what you should wear to celebrate with us. And we are accepting gifts. And there is a gift thing that we would like you to head over and provide Teach Better with a little gift for Teach Better's 7th birthday. So if you have not headed that direction, head over to teachbetter.com/happy birthday. Should be fun, Katie.
I'm excited. I'm trying to think of what kind of cake. Have you picked out what kind of cake you're gonna have?
I have not. So obviously there's like the birthday party we're having at night, which all of you are invited to. It's just a really quick Zoom call. We're going to spend an hour together. And I know that a lot of people will bring like adult beverages, or some people might invite their family or a friend to hop on Zoom with them and kind of celebrate the Teach Better birthday. There's going to be some games and activities we're going to focus on. But I think I'm going to get a cake and just sit on screen and eat cake for the hour. So I'm excited. I want to go to down the street, they have nothing bunt cake. I want
Oh,
that. Mhm.
ooh, those are pretty good.
They're so good. I know that's not like a cake, like a frosted cake, but it's
But
delicious.
they are. Don't they have frosting on them?
I think so, but a bunt cake is different than like a birthday cupcake, don't you think?
True. It's true,
Yeah.
but those cakes are very cute looking. Like, they look the part.
Here's my question though. You can't really put a candle in it because there's no center. Like a bunt cake has a hole in
Yeah.
it. So you could either
Maybe
put it
so.
around like a crown, or you have to get like a cupcake to fill the center and put a candle in it that way.
I look forward to seeing how you problem solve this.
Some big decisions in my life, friends. All of you
Yep.
are heading in to school to change a student's life, to have those aha moments. I'll still be debating my cupcake and bun cake issue.
Mhm. I'm trying to decide, should I make cake with these small humans in my house this week? And for those of you who have small humans in your house, you know what kind of task that could be. Or should I just do a quick run to the grocery store and just buy myself one cupcake? That is the dilemma that I will be facing.
Wait, what? First of all, you cannot go and buy one cupcake anywhere unless you're going to a cupcake factory. Second of all, you're telling me that Harper and Stella are not getting a cupcake for Teach Beather's 7th birthday?
Okay, fine. When you put it that way, you're right. You're right.
Buy a container of cupcakes. You know, like with all the gross colors that they come in from like a grocery store?
Yeah, I know. We went the other day and spent far too long trying to find an appropriate cupcake
And it just ended up with us getting some weird cake thing. Like, it wasn't even a cake, it was a Swedish cream cake. Have you ever heard of these?
I mean, it
It's
sounds
like a
delicious. I'm hungry.
it was pretty good, but, like, imagine, like, a powdered sugar cream-filled donut, but about this big. So, after about this much, I was like, "I don't want any more of this cake, it's so rich." So, yes, I think we're gonna steer away from something like that, but I do Adam wins Dairy Queen ice cream cupcake. Have you had one of these?
No, but anything ice cream and cupcake combined sounds like a win. It's a win.
Adam, I think you win. That's a
Yeah.
great idea. Okay, well,
I
stay
think
tuned. That's what I'll be trying to figure out this week on my really elaborate spring break. That's
uh-huh.
So it sounds like you and I have a pretty busy week. Lots of cake decisions.
Big cake decisions. I mean, I
Mhm.
think I have a meeting later today to choose the party games for the birthday celebration Thursday night. We're inviting you all to. So, I mean, this is like hard hitting news for real.
Yeah, should be top of the agenda. I'm super pumped. I hope that we've gotten lots of people signed up. Just a reminder, you do have to sign up to get that Zoom link so that you can join the birthday party. And really, if nothing else, you have to at least come to see what Rae did with her candle and what kind of cake I decided on. So
I get
I
it.
think we'll do
I,
that.
I I will say my car is in the shop. Like, is that a thing? The shop?
No,
It's at the dealer. It's like getting work done on it. So I have a
no.
rental car right now. And I was just thinking, I'm like, if it's raining outside, what a gross day. But I think today I need to take the car and go find like a big obnoxious 7th birthday candle and get the cake ready. Because if I don't go today, I'm gonna wait till last minute. That's gonna be a terrible idea. I should just go later this afternoon.
Yeah, but you don't actually know if it's raining. Remember, we had this conversation. You haven't looked outside yet.
It is starting to like I can see it out the window where I live, and
Oh,
it's absolutely pouring for
yeah,
sure
I've been hearing it too. It's meh.
because the sun's
Yeah.
coming up, so I can like see out the window now. When I walk into my office in the morning, it's pitch black outside, so I unless I
Oh,
go out there, I can't see what's
got
going on.
it. Okay. All right.
Friends,
Well, we covered a lot today. This has been a really
we have to get off this video because this is terrible. Happy daily drop-in morning. I will say shout out to those of you who tweeted me the following day when you listen after the fact and like tell me the summary of the show. The summary of today's show is going to be terrible.
I just want to know, in those messages that people send you, do you think I'm going to get invited back?
No, this
Verdict
is your
is
worst show of all time. But it's true. Like I don't know if you guys see those, but like I get tagged in probably a tweet or two a day specific to Daily Drop In, which I really love. There's a few people that listen to the podcast that then like tweet out
Mhm.
like their summary because sometimes I joke about the fact that you couldn't summarize our conversation. And they're always like summary of Daily Drop In. And then it's like bullet points of key issues. There is no value in today's dialogue to be able to summarize.
I apologize. I apologize. I am officially brain dead. Adam voted for me to come back. Adam,
No,
thank you. You might be the only one.
no.
But I mean, I wasn't unpleasant, so
I
at
mean,
least
what's your definition of unpleasant? Like, I feel like I feel like we talked about this earlier, but we didn't quite define it.
true. It's true. Okay, well, I look forward to those messages you'll be getting, and I look forward to ending my future with daily drop-in. This is
Yeah. Well, hey, you won't be called upon to be on the show anymore. So you're welcome. Glad this worked out. Good morning, everyone. Happy Tuesday. We hope that you have an amazing March 22nd day. We hope your day is full of great coffee, something sweet, and your preparation for our family birthday party that we're all having on Thursday that you are all invited to. If you have not been to teachbetter.com/happy birthday, please do that. It has new swag. It has a flip grid that we really would love to see your responses to. It has our Zoom birthday party that we're inviting each and every one of you to on Thursday. And of course, a very special alarm you need to set for daily drop-in because this was a mess today, but Thursday, Mr. Chattershowski and Jeff Gargas are here to be able to talk about the 7 years ago that they started what is now known as the Teach Better family. So we're so excited to continue to celebrate the history of this very special week. Please enjoy your last few sips of coffee. Katie Miglin, thank you for being alive with us.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you for starting my day off right.
Friends, we'll see you later. Happy Tuesday. And we'll see you tomorrow morning. And It'll be great. Bye, friends.